begin in a comfortable seat, so however you would like to sit. I do recommend that if you find that you sit down and your low back is spilling back, that you please sit up onto maybe that bath towel with the edge of your sit bones so that your spine can be upright. You want that low back curve that prevents the intervertebral disc from having pressure on them, which happens when you round your low back. So please sit upright. I'm gonna mute. Okay, got it. Hi Jacob, muting you. Okay, so as you found a comfortable seat, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Maybe you want to bring your hands onto your lap, or maybe you want to bring them somewhere on your body that will remind you to breathe. We'll take a few moments at the beginning of our 30 minutes together to just settle and check in with how you're feeling. You can begin to notice if the breath is shallow or deep. Maybe see if you can breathe down into the pelvis, the low belly, low ribs. If you notice that your shoulders are tight or hiking up towards your ears, maybe you can relax the shoulder blades down the back. We'll take a few rounds of a pranayama, a breathing exercise called Samavritti, which means equal fluctuation. So this will be an inhale and an exhale through the nose with a count of 4 for each part of the breath. So please exhale together. And as you're ready, please inhale for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and out. Take a few more rounds with your own breath. Maybe dropping the count or maintaining it to find steadiness in your nervous system, steadiness in your breath. As you've completed that, you can blink open your eyes and we'll try some neck rolls. So please drop your ear to your right shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. As you inhale, send your head around to the other ear. As you exhale, drop the head back. Moving from ear to ear with the inhale and then back ear to ear with the exhale. Or shoulder to shoulder, I should say. If you find any places where your neck feels sticky or tight, feel free to hang out there, maybe dropping the shoulder blades down the back. Just bringing your awareness into your neck, using the breath to massage the neck from side to side. The next time your ear comes to the right, please reverse the direction of the neck rolls, moving the head in the opposite direction. Continuing to link up movement and breath, using a complete inhale to go shoulder to shoulder, and exhale to drop the head back, moving again with your own breath. Feel for how slow you can make the breath, how deliberate you can maintain your sense of movement and equilibrium. And the next time your head comes to center, please take your right palm to your forehead and help your head back up. Your head generally weighs 8 to 10 pounds, so just appreciate how heavy it is. From here, I'll invite you to please switch the cross of your legs, bringing the other shin in front. Grab your kitchen towel in your right hand, and you can just unfold it. On your next inhale, please bring the towel up overhead, bend to the right elbow. Inhale to send the left hand up, grab onto that right elbow and pull it towards the midline. This should produce a strong stretch in the outer upper arm. On your next exhale, release that left hand, reach around for that other edge of the towel. Every inhale, feel for pulling your elbows towards the midline. And as you exhale, pull the towel apart and maybe find a little bend in the upper back. Every inhale, feel for lining up those elbows with the midline, and exhale to pull the towel apart, finding some more bend in the upper back. Keep moving with your own breath, finding this mobility in the shoulders. Send the breath through the elbows, through the upper lungs. We'll take one more round of inhaling and exhaling. And as you're ready, you can release your grip on the towel. Woo! Come back through center, and we'll try the second side. So this time it's that left hand. We'll sweep up and then grab onto that left elbow with the right hand. Pull that elbow towards the midline, and then exhale to release the right hand. Bend the elbow, grab onto that towel. Continue finding every inhale to pull those elbows towards the midline. Exhale to pull the towel apart, find a little back bend. Every inhale to find that sense of alignment through the middle, and exhale to pull the towel apart. Notice if your head is trying to move forward here. Pull the back of the head back into that upper arm. Please take one more round. And as you're ready, you can release. Notice your shoulders. And then please take your right hand straight out from your right hip. Tent up on fingertips like a little gecko hand. Inhale to send that left arm up to the sky, and then reach up so that you get long along the side of the body. On your next exhale, begin to side bend over to your right, bending that bottom elbow back towards the body. You can begin to open your heart towards the sky, maybe gazing up beneath that left armpit. Keep the sit bones heavy, grounding down into the floor, even as you use the press of the palm to windmill that heart a little more open. Take 2 more breaths here, in and out. And as you're ready, come back up through center, lift both arms up, get long at the side of the body, and then as you exhale, send that left hand down. Reach up through the right fingertips, and then exhale over to the left, flattening that bottom palm along the ground. Begin to windmill the heart open towards the sky, maybe peeking out under that right armpit. Stretch fingertips wide as you bend over to the left. Keep sit bones heavy, still rooted into the ground. Take one more breath here. And as you're ready, come back up, reach up, and exhale to float the hands down. All right, I'm feeling my arms. I hope you are too. From here, we're going to crawl forward onto hands and knees. And then from here, we're going to sit back onto our heels. So as you sit back, check out what your pinky toes are doing. They're probably hiding beneath your fourth toe. So grab your pinky toe and get it so that it's on the mat or the ground. You can bring your hands onto your thighs. The more weight you shift back, the more stretch you'll have in the sole of your foot. If this is immediately excruciating, no problem. Just lean a little forward to take weight out of the balls of the feet. Flip-flop season is coming eventually. This will open up the soles of the feet. We'll be here for a few more breaths. See if you can really lean back into yourself. Even sending the back of the head back, sides of the throat back. Please take 2 more slow, deep breaths. And as you're ready, come forward to hands and knees. You can thunder horse your feet. Just beat out the tops of your feet. Yay. All right. From here, we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. So find yourself in tabletop. So your wrist is under your shoulder, your knee is under your hip. Your knees are hip width distance apart, your wrist or shoulder width distance. Toes can be untucked for more length or tucked for more support. On your next inhale, drop your belly, lift the tail, gaze up. And as you exhale, push the ground away, round through the upper back, look towards your navel for cat. Every inhale, keep hands heavy as you come into the back bend. And as you exhale, push the ground away, round in, finding cat. Keep going with your own breath. Maybe it feels good to rock the neck or shift the hips side to side or front to back. These movements can be more serpentine if you like. Use this time to warm up the spine and to explore how you're feeling. Okay. Please take a few more rounds here, wherever you are. And as you're ready, please return to a neutral spine. Walk your hands, one hand print forward. Walk your knees, one knee print back. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips to the sky for downward facing dog. If backs of the legs are tight, which they very may well be since we've all been inside, bend the knees deeply and then use that to straighten the hips towards the sky. From there, you can begin to straighten the knees or keep them bent if it allows you a little more power. We'll be here for a few more breaths. Really press down through the inner edges of the hands. Keep them heavy so that you're rooted. And on your next inhale, begin to walk your hands back towards your feet so that you end up at the back of your mat in a forward fold. Plant the palms down on floor or mat or something. Knees may be deeply bent to get there, that's totally fine. Clamp the hands down and then use that to support straightening the legs. Knees might still be bent, that's totally fine. Take one more breath here. And as you inhale, bring the hands to the hips and roll yourself back up, one vertebrae at a time. As you arrive here, on your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, gaze up, and exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, bring hands to shins, halfway lift, peek out at the horizon, and exhale, fold down. Your next inhale will bring you all the way back up, palms connect overhead, and as you exhale, fold forward again. Continue this pattern with your own breath, coming into the halfway lift, diving back down, and then inhaling all the way back up. We'll take a few more rounds. I know there's only half of me right now. A few more rounds of half sun salutations here. Try to keep the knees right over the ankles. Don't let the knees knock in. Keep rooted through your feet. How stable can your foundation be, which will allow you to move with more integrity. The next time you sweep yourself up, go ahead and come back down to forward fold. And then from here, we're coming down to hands and knees. This is where you might want your bath towel friend. So if you think you want padding for your knees, which I generally recommend, you can place the bath towel under your knees. So we're back in tabletop, hands and knees, toes are tucked. On your next inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands for a low lunge. Tuck the back toes, left toes, and then walk your left knee about one knee print back. This will just keep you off the kneecap itself. If you're feeling compressed here, or if you're having trouble with balance, pull that right hip back, left hip forward to square the hips. You can stay right here the whole time, or you can walk up onto that front shin. You want the right shin vertical so that the knee is directly over the ankle. You can stay right here. If you're feeling wobbly, hug the inner thighs together, engage so that you have more space and stability. If you've got further to go, you can inhale to windmill the arms up. Bring the arms into goalpost or cactus. Okay. From here, you can cross the right elbow under the left. Give yourself a hug, or you can bring back of hand to back of hand. Wherever you are, if you've got this squeeze, this connection of elbows, lift elbows up towards the sky, send shoulder blades down the back. Continue lunging into that front knee. Maybe you can slide that knee 1 inch forward as you continue lifting elbows to the sky. Keep squeezing inner thighs together. Use your glutes, your tush muscles. Take one more breath here. And as you inhale, sweep arms up. And exhale, bring hands to frame that front foot. Step back to tabletop, and we'll try the second side. On your next inhale, bring that left foot between the hands. Walk that right knee, just one knee print back. Send that left hip back, right hip forward to square the hips. Hug inner thighs together. Feel that squeeze towards the midline. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you walk the hands onto the front thigh. You want that left knee directly above the left ankle. You can stay right here, or you can bring the arms out to goalpost. Maybe you cross that left arm under the right. You can hug the shoulders or bring back of palm to back of palm. Whatever you've got, keep squeezing inner thighs together to stay stable. Lift elbows towards the sky, send shoulder blades down the back. Keep finding this hug towards the midline, even as you expand elbows towards the sky. Maybe you can lunge 1 inch more into that front knee. Let's take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to bring the hands down. Come back to table. All right. From here, please widen the knees to match width distance apart. Bring toes to touch And walk the hands forward for child's pose. Head can release towards mat, or you can make a little pillow with your arms for head to rest on. Keep sending the hips back towards the heels as you lengthen the front body towards the mat. We'll take 3 slow, deep breaths here. Catch your breath, reconnect. And as you feel complete, please flatten the palms, begin to walk yourself back up to tabletop, and then sit down and swing your legs out in front of you. We'll come into Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. So soles of the feet will come together. If you immediately find that your low back is spilling back, you can take your little towel friend, sit up on the edge so that you have that low back curve. So you decide where you need to be for this thigh and hip stretch. As you're ready, please bring your right hand behind you. Bring your left palm to your left middle thigh, not the knee. Walk those back fingertips, right fingertips back so that you can lean back. And then you're not pressing this left thigh down, you're lengthening the thigh bone. So think, how can you make more space in that left hip? So as you lean back into that back arm, you'll glide this palm onto the left thigh as if you could make your left thigh bone longer. Continue breathing in and out. Maybe you find a big stretch on this outer left leg. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. As you're ready, come back through center. Take the left hand onto fingertips behind you so that that arm is relatively straight. Take the left heel, right heel of the hand onto the right thigh, mid-thigh, and then use that back hand to lean back as you lengthen this right thigh bone away from the hip, as if you could glide this femur thigh bone longer. You'll find a big stretch on that outer right leg. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. As you're ready, come back up through center and please lie on your backs. Okay, so lie on the backs with soles of the feet in the floor, and you can bring your arms into cactus or goalpost. Please pick up your right foot, cross that right ankle outside of the left knee. Flex that foot so that the pinky side edge of the foot is cupping the knee. You can stay right here, or you can pick up that left leg, pick up your right arm, send it through that triangle made by your legs, and take your left hand around the outer edge of the thigh, pulling that left thigh in towards the chest as right knee moves away from you. Try to keep shoulder blades and back of the head grounded here. Keeping shoulder blades on the mat will stabilize the rotator cuff, those muscles that rotate your arm. Continue sending that right knee away from you as you hug the left shin and thigh towards your belly. We'll take 1 more breath here. And on your next exhale, you can release that left foot to the ground, unwind the right foot, come back into cactus or goalpost, and we'll switch sides. So pick up the left foot, hook that left foot around outer right knee. You can stay right here. This might be enough for you, sending that left knee away from you. Or you can pick up that right foot, Send the left hand through that little triangle made by your legs, and then send the right hand around to meet behind the thigh. Try to snuggle those shoulder blades onto the mat as you hug that thigh in, sending the left knee away from you for supine pigeon or figure 4. Keep flexing both feet. That will protect the knee and the ankle, especially that left foot cupping the outer edge of the right knee. We'll be here for just one more breath. And as you're ready, release both feet back to the ground. Come back into goalpost and release soles of the feet to the floor. Pull your knees in towards your chest, and as you exhale, send those knees over to the right side of the mat. You can look away from your knees for a neck stretch, or you can just look towards the ceiling, coming into a supine twist. Some people like to pick up that right foot and hook it outside that left outer knee. Again, you're lengthening the femur bone, sending thigh bone, left thigh bone, long away from you. Keep grounding those shoulder blades into the mat. Finding length along the left side of the body. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Make them slow and deep. And as you're ready, come back through center. And we'll switch sides. So hug those knees in towards the chest. Knees will fall over to the left. Gaze can turn towards the right, or just remain up at the ceiling. Some people might enjoy picking up that left foot, hooking it outside the right knee, sending that right thigh bone long away from you. Keep finding space in the right side of the body, figuring out how you can move your breath through, even in this compressed shape. For 3 more slow, deep breaths. How can you unwind? How can you continue sending the breath through? As you're ready, come back through center. Hug your knees into your chest, maybe rock side to side. If there are any final movements you'd like to take them now. If you're ready for rest, you can extend the feet and the arms long, coming into Shavasana. So allowing yourself to disintegrate down into the mat. Feel for your pelvis and your back of the calves being heavy, shoulder blades heavy, back of the head grounding down. Feet can flop out, arms can release at your sides. Maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes. And just let your senses fall back here. Maybe parting the teeth and the jaw, allowing the jaw to release. Eyes grow heavy in your skull. Your eardrums can recede back towards your brain. Use this time to let go of everything that you've been efforting and holding on to, releasing back into the darkness of Shavasana, final rest. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, inviting your awareness back into the room. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes. And as you're ready, you can roll off to your favorite side, coming into a little fetal position. As you arrive, tuck your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. As you feel complete, you can press your palms into the ground and help yourself up to a seat. Hands can rest on your thighs, over your heart, or palm to palm together in front of your heart for Anjali Mudra, heart posture. Find a gesture of reverence that's appropriate for you. I'll invite us all to close our time together with one synchronized breath. Together, we'll breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Please breathe in and let go. Thank you for allowing me to practice with you today. I hope you have a wonderful time in the rest of your day. Peace.
Thank you, Monica.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Monica.
You're so welcome.
Thanks, Monica.
My pleasure.
Monica.
You're welcome.
Monica.
Good to see you all.
See you.
You're welcome.